A buyer paid $85,000 for a Class C in 2022. 3 years later, the dealer offered $42,000. Translation, $43,000 evaporated. That is theft by engineering. The RV industry sold you a lie. Your RV is not an asset. It is a depreciating liability designed to lose value faster than a rental car driven by a teenager. I'm going to show you exactly where your money disappears and the 3 brands that break every depreciation rule. Factor number 1, the first year depreciation cliff glass. A motorhomes lose 20 to 30% in year 1. Travel trailers lose 20%. Class C motorhomes shed 22%. You drive it off the lot, and 1/5 to 1/3 of your investment disappears before the registration paperwork arrives. A $200,000 Class A becomes $140,000 in 12 months. A $100,000 Class C becomes $78,000. NADA pricing guides confirm this across every manufacturer. Thor, Forest River, Winnebago, Jayco. None of them escape the first year cliff. Translation, you paid college tuition money for depreciation, $30,000 to $60,000 gone. Not to repairs, not to upgrades, to thin air. Your RV loses more value sitting in storage than most Americans earn in a year. Stop shopping like a victim and start thinking like an auditor. Factor number 2, the 5-year value collapse. By year 5, your RV has lost 45 to 55% of its original value. That $100,000 Class C you bought, it is worth $50,000, maybe $45,000 if you bought Thor or Forest River. NADA guides show consistent patterns across the industry. Year 3 brings 35 to 40% loss. Year 5 hits 50%. Year 10 reaches 60 to 75% total loss. This is not a defect. This is the business model. Translation, your RV depreciates faster than any vehicle you have ever owned. Luxury cars hold value better, boats hold value better, even jet skis hold value better. You bought a money incinerator with a bedroom attached, and the industry knew it the day they sold it to you. Factor number 3, dealer trade. In manipulation, dealers use wholesale value to lowball your trade-in, then mark it up for retail sale. Trade-in values run 10 to 20% below retail as standard practice. But here's what they do not tell you. Their trade-in offer is actually wholesale pricing, typically 40 to 70% of your original MSRP. Facebook dealer groups admit trade-in values run 25% below market price. One dealer training video showed sales managers adding a 10% dealer fee on top of the trade-in manipulation. They call it reconditioning. You call it getting robbed in broad daylight. Translation, they profit twice. Once when they sold it to you at retail. Again, when they buy it back at wholesale and flip it for retail to the next victim. Your trade-in is somebody else's $20,000 margin. They are not in the business of fair deals. They are in the business of quarterly earnings. Factor number 4, Thor and Forest River overproduction. During COVID, Thor Industries and Forest River doubled production output. They assumed demand would stay elevated forever. It did not. By 2023, they had flooded the market with millions of unsold units. Shipment data shows production climbed quarter after quarter, while buyer demand never matched the pace. One industry report documented Thor dumping 2 million RVs into the market, causing $50,000 overnight price drops. 2022 travel trailers now trade at 40 to 60% below original MSRP in 2025 NADA guides. Dealers got stuck holding inventory they cannot move without slashing prices. Translation, new units now cost the same as 2-year-old used after dealer. Incentives. Your used RV became unsellable the moment Thor decided to dump inventory. Corporate greed turned your retirement dream into a depreciating warehouse surplus. Accountants ran the show instead of engineers, and you paid the price. Factor number 5, the pandemic bubble collapse. From 2020 to 2022, used RVs sold for more than new MSRP. Artificial demand created a pricing fantasy. Buyers paid whatever dealers asked because inventory disappeared within hours. Then reality hit in 2023. Used prices cratered by 30 to 50% in a single model year between 2023 and 2025. Early 2025 became the best buyer's market since 2019, with the lowest used prices since pre-pandemic. Dealers got stuck with unsold inventory while used prices imploded. Translation: if you bought during the pandemic at inflated prices, you are now underwater by $30,000 to $60,000. Your equity evaporated faster than Arizona rainwater. The industry sold you a bubble, and when it popped, they moved on to the next victim. You got stuck holding a depreciating box. One viewer told me they lost $48,000 in 3 years on a 2022 Jayco. $48,000. If this is saving you from financial disaster, hit that subscribe button, because the next 5 factors get worse. Factor number 6, long-term financing creates negative equity. Banks now offer 15 to 20-year RV loans. Your RV depreciates 50% in 5 years, but you are still paying on a loan for 2 decades. You become upside down almost immediately. You owe more than the RV is worth before their tires need replacing. Dealers routinely refinance at 120 to 130% of invoice price to roll old debt into new loans. Every 1% jump in interest rates cuts buyer affordability by $8,000, forcing sellers to drop prices even. Further, the math never works in your favor. Translation: you owe $70,000, your RV is worth $40,000. You cannot sell without writing a check for the difference. You are trapped. They sold you a loan longer than most marriages on an asset that loses half its value before your first kid graduates high school. Factor number 7, quality issues create unsellable units. Thinner fiberglass delaminates within 18 to 36 months. Lippert frames flex and crack on highways. Slide outs with OSB floors rot from water intrusion, requiring $10,000 repairs. This is not bad luck. This is engineered obsolescence. Piece rate pay manufacturing systems reward speed over quality. Workers get paid per unit completed, not per unit built correctly. They use self-tapping screws instead of structural bolts, glue and plywood instead of marine-grade materials. Warranties expire right before catastrophic failures appear in year 2 or 3. Translation: your RV is held together by hope and self-tapping screws. Once delamination starts, resale value collapses to scrap metal pricing. No buyer wants a rotting box, no matter how low you drop the price. They built it to last 3 years and financed it for 20. Engineering disaster meets financial fraud, and you are holding the bag. If you are starting to see the pattern here, leave a comment below with your depreciation horror story. The industry needs to hear from victims who stop shopping blind. Factor number 8, new is cheaper than used. Dealers offer massive rebates, cashback incentives, and 0% financing on new units. After incentives, a brand new RV costs the same or less than a 2-year-old used model. Why would anyone buy your used unit when they can get new with a warranty for the same money? Thor Hurricane entry-level gas coaches are depreciation kings, shedding 35% once the warranty expires. Buyers choose new with warranty over used at identical price points. Every single time. Your competition is not other used sellers. Your competition is the dealer lot offering brand new inventory. Translation: your used RV competes with new inventory at the same price point. You lose before you even list it for sale. The industry rigged the game so used sellers cannot win. They control supply, pricing, and financing to ensure new units always move first. Factor number 9, brand reputation kills. Resale. Certain brands have reputations for poor quality, frequent repairs, and catastrophic failures. Thor, Forest River, Keystone, and Jayco dominate the bottom of reliability rankings. Online forums overflow with horror stories about frame failures, electrical fires, and delamination nightmares. NADA data shows Thor and Forest River subsidiaries depreciate 10 to 15% faster than Tiffin, Newmar, or Airstream. Buyers actively avoid these brands in the used market. Your brand name became a warning label instead of a selling point. Translation: your brand name is a scarlet letter. It does not matter if your specific unit is perfect. The badge kills your resale value. You bought the automotive equivalent of a participation trophy. The industry sold you a brand nobody wants to buy used. Factor number 10, seasonal market fluctuations. RV values drop in fall and winter when demand disappears. Sellers trying to offload units in November face 20 to 30% lower offers than spring buyers. Dealer lots overflow with trade-ins during off-season. Nobody wants to buy an RV when snow is falling. Private sellers compete with desperate dealers slashing prices to move inventory before winter storage costs pile up. The calendar itself becomes another weapon the industry uses against you. Translation: if you need to sell in October, you lose automatically. Timing is everything, and most sellers do not have the luxury of waiting 6 months for spring buying season. Even the calendar is rigged against you. The industry built a market where sellers lose in every season except a 2-month spring window. RVs are not investments. They are depreciating liabilities designed to extract maximum cash while delivering minimum value. 3 brands break the rules. Airstream aluminum trailers hold value like vintage cars. Winnebago Revel 4x4 vans trade at 90 to 93% of sticker after 3 years. Pre-2020 Tiffin Allegro diesel pushers lose only 22% in 4 years. Do not let them steal your retirement savings. Subscribe to this channel. Stop shopping like a victim. Start thinking like an auditor.